25 years now. We started high school together, and 3 years later, one of us could spell graduation, and the other one decided to stay a little longer and hang out with the 10th graders. Look at him now, everybody. 5 years of high school, 9 years of college, and he's a realtor. He owns 2 homes, 3 realistic vaginas, and a dog that's half pit, half chihuahua, and half Asperger's. He has a son that's a smart kid and a hell of an athlete. We're still trying to figure out who his real father is. But seriously, this guy's a goddamn role model. He wrote the book on how to be a manly man under 5'8" with a 2-inch penis and live in Fort Collins your entire life and never go anywhere at all. Needless to say, I've learned a lot from Squid in all these years. I've learned that even though you've never been to Texas, if you want people to respect you, you need to sound like you've been from Texas. I've learned that a real ladies' man has a fetish for handicapped girls. He appears to be making an exception for Tatiana, though. Then again, she did think he'd be more into her if she lied and told him she was 25 instead of 21. And sure, she spins in circles when she gets excited. But either way, she's one special lady. He once broke up with a girl because he found out she wasn't cross-eyed. She just had a glass eye. He could see right through her. And the spell was broken. He's also very heroic. Did you guys know that about him? Yeah, once he was using his formidable powers of seduction to bewitch a very sexy young lady with cerebral palsy in a wheelchair. I wish I was making this shit up. This is all true. Yes, she was. Right when things were really starting to heat up, and I was lip licking and dirty talk and roofies were finally working, she fell into his hot tub and started to drown. You know what Squid did? He set his strawberry passion fruit wine cooler down, threw off his spermy motel bathroom with the karate belt around it. Dove right in like a fat little David Hasselhoff to save the poor girl. What happened next is largely a matter of myth and legend. Squid is a gentleman who would never kiss and tell. Unless, of course, you're an 18-year-old Mormon girl that fingered his ass in 1996. And then he'll talk about it for, roughly the rest of his life. But let's just say the cerebral palsy girl saw his cock and decided to move on to bigger and better things. Like real midgets with actual penises. But I digress. I've learned from Squid, or Brandon as no one calls him ever, that a real Renaissance man doesn't just take a lady to dinner in a movie. He takes her to the Golden Corral, pays with a coupon, and sneaks her into a movie on Valentine's Day. If only there were more men like him. And hey, if you're thinking it sounds like maybe he's a bit cheap, let's cut the kid some slack. He was only in his mid-30s when this beautiful romantic evening took place. But sorry ladies, he's spoken for. If you want a taste, you'll have to run a 50-meter hurdles against Tatiana for a gold medal and a pack of gummy bears. And I'll warn you, she's already a sponsored athlete. I know, because they called me and I gave them $50. I've learned that when you have a permanent hairball in your throat, you shouldn't go to the doctor and find out what's wrong with you. You should just clear your throat every 30 seconds for 25 years and hope for the best. Guys, Squid has taught me a lot about what it means to be a badass. She's been a black belt in Taekwondo for 20 years, a white belt in Jiu-Jitsu for 10 years, and and has set the bar pretty high for the most badass way to get out of an unlocked bathroom in a restaurant you used to work at when a girl turns the lights off while you're peeing and you panic because you're scared of the dark and being alone and you're fucking retarded and confused by how doors work, and eventually you just roid the fuck out and start throwing spinning back kicks at the door until you kick it through the frame to make your escape instead of just pulling it open by the handle. I've learned that Squid thinks the character in The Hangover he looks the most like is Bradley Cooper. I'm sure that anyone that knows Squid and has seen The Hangover has had the thought, oh my God, Squid looks just like that one guy in The Hangover, you know, Bradley Cooper. With that in mind, Squid has taught me a lot about having a great sense of humor. He's really known for it. One time, he came over to my house, pooped in my dry, broken toilet, and then called me a few hours later, cackling too hysterically to speak. While I was cleaning the poop out of my toilet with a spaghetti spoon, all I could think is, what a rascal. I've learned that when you come home and find your friends tripping balls on mushrooms in your dad's basement, you should take all your clothes off and hang out butt naked for the next 5 hours. Wrestle with your dog and then sit next to everybody to freak them the fuck out. I think I speak for all three of us that were there when I say we're still haunted by the memory. I've learned that to have really, really great hair, you have to masturbate in the shower with conditioner at least 3 times a day. His bathroom looks like an elephant's graveyard of empty conditioner bottles. He once lost a client over it. She ran a background check on him and found out his penis had taken multiple restraining orders against his hands. I'm pretty sure he commits a felony every time he's alone in a model home. Did I mention that the man is an absolutely fantastic dancer? It's his passion, and some might even say his art. One time the DJ actually stopped the music at a club while Squid was in the middle of a really beautiful progression.
The big trucker.
Yeah. I can only assume he was too moved by what he saw to continue what he was doing. Squid has long been a true student of the dance, paying homage to the old masters, blending different styles and genres so effortlessly. If one pays close enough attention, you can see within his movements the influences of Latin and hip-hop, R&B, country and western, and epilepsy, all synergizing fluidly on the dance floor. It really is his canvas. By any measure, Squid is the biggest jackass any of us has ever met, and that's why we love him. Here's to 40 more, you load-swapping, taint-lipping, sphincter-spelunking, pickle-sniffing little rectum ranger.